Hello and welcome back to Finally Rob and another vlog from Minecraft, and today from a different world. I decided to make a vlog from the server that I usually play on because I have stuff to do here, like right now I'm digging down a whole mountain. So yeah, I haven't really made a vlog in the last 3 weeks. I did this accent tag last week, which was really fun and which just made me realize that I also want to make videos that are simply just for fun and not only educational or only vlogging about my transition. I mean, I do want this channel to have a focus on the transition things and transgender things, but I also want to have a lot of fun with it. So I decided to, not always only focus on that. That's why I just uploaded that tag on here as well on this channel. So on that note, for December is supposed to be like really fun or dramatic in this case. I call it Dramatic December, where I will be reading a song dramatically every day of December. I already have, I think, 5 songs on my list, so if you have a song that you would like me to read dramatically, please drop a comment or message me on Facebook or whatever. If you know me in real life, just tell me. And I will put whatever that song is on my list. I don't care if it's a rap song, it doesn't have to be Christmas related. Whatever song you would like me to read dramatically, I'll read it. So yeah, what has happened in the last 3 weeks? Let's talk about that. So I was alone for 2 weeks, not 2 weeks out of the 3, but I was alone for 2 weeks. I think I just killed my diamond, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if my husband is away, I will feel really depressed all the time or, cry a lot or whatever. I thought it would be definitely really dramatic because since we married, we had basically not a single day where we were really apart. I mean, we were traveling together, we were going places together, there wasn't really even a day or two where we were apart physically. So that was definitely a new experience, but it also proved to me that I can actually do it, I can still do it, which sounds like, duh, of course you can, but it's like, for the past 7 years or so, I've lived with this man and I've become very used to being with him, Yeah, so I did have a lot of time to kind of think about things, of just reflecting a little bit on how I want to go forward with this transition and how it's gonna be, if we don't stay a couple or whatever, like these things that are really, really hard to actually think about when you don't have the space to really be alone. I had 1 week off of the 2 where my husband was gone, so I actually did have a whole week where I could actually focus on this kind of stuff and just be alone with my thoughts, and that was really, really good. That was very therapeutic for me, and it just gave me a lot of clarity. And I feel like although my husband didn't have the time alone, the time apart from me actually helped him as well. I feel like he came back with being a bit more clear on what he wants, and just, less depressed. He was very, very depressed and very, negative about the whole transition. We haven't really talked about it, so but I feel like he's dealing a little bit better right now. I don't know what it means, but I just want to take it one day at a time, and my therapist said as well, just take it one day at a time and see how things go. So yeah, I'm happy that I had that week, to be honest, just because it gave me a lot of clarity. Yeah, other than that, actually I was invited to speak at a panel. So let me tell you a little bit how that happened. I wrote an article on LinkedIn a while back, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago or whatever, maybe. I think about 2 weeks ago. So the article was just about how my employer is treating me as trans and how it was when I was coming out and this kind of stuff. I talked about it on my Trans at Work series. So I wrote an article because they were handling it all so well at work that I really wanted to give my employer a shout out on LinkedIn. And yeah, so that's what I did. And this article was really well received. It was very widely spread very quickly. In the first, I don't know, 3 days or so, I had about 750 views or something like that. I think I surpassed the 900 at this point. Lots of likes, lots of comments, lots of people who I actually know who didn't know that I'm trans because they only knew me with my old name and so on, who commented and said, oh, I didn't even know, well, good for you, this kind of stuff. So it was overall a really good experience, but out of it came as well that I was invited to speak at a panel. So basically here in Dublin, there's an office, one of the offices for HubSpot. If you don't know HubSpot, that's another tech company here. So, HubSpot is organizing this event, LGBT event, where different companies or different people from the LGBT community and also just supporters or people who want to be educated and so on, like a lot of people can come, everybody can come. It's not just LGBT. So basically they're organizing this, and their topic for this month or for this time was to talk about how it is to be LGBT at work. And they had come across my article and got in touch, so to ask me if I would speak there as, a representative working in tech, having come out, and how it goes, how it is. And yeah, so I did agree at first until I knew the date, and the date is the 15th of November, which is for me right now tomorrow. And I can't come because I'm actually traveling from tomorrow. I'm leaving at 4:30, leaving the house at 4:30 a.m. and I won't be back until Sunday, basically. So I had to kindly decline, but they said they definitely want me at some point. They invited me to the office just to, show me around a little bit and talk, tell me a bit more about this thing that they're organizing now. And they, as I said, they definitely want me at some point on the panel. And yeah, so I'm basically waiting for them to get in touch again at some point, I guess. So yeah, that was the panel. What else happened in the last 3 weeks? I am actually still working on setting up this youth group via Tenny, but it's really, really hard to talk to that person that I'm more or less in touch with about this. I'm not exactly sure how busy this person is, but it's just taken ages to ever get a reply. And then it's always just, sorry, but I was really busy and let's call when I'm driving from here to there. And I'm like, I don't want to endanger somebody while they're traveling. I don't want them to concentrate on having a call with me, and then maybe get into an accident. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I will try maybe for another week or two, and if I really don't get anywhere with them, I mean, they apparently seemed interested, but if it's not, if it's not a priority, or if it's not something that they can actually even so much as have a phone call about, then I'll just try to get it going on my own, I know there are lots of people here in the city and around, younger trans people who would need this space, this support space or youth group kind of space. So I do want to facilitate it, especially because I am coming from the childcare sector. So yeah, I will try. If it's not going via Tenny, I will still try to set it up in some way or another. It just might take a little longer because I need to find out, things about the law and how spaces that I can use, stuff like that. Yeah, so the other thing is that I started online counseling. I am talking to somebody online. Basically, my motivator was that I don't really have the money right now to spend €70 every week for an hour of counseling. So I found this place. It was actually advertised on my Facebook feed, and I was like, fuck this, I'll try. So the counseling on that site is €45, I think, per week, and they were I paid basically for, I think, 4 weeks, so for a month, and basically I feel like it's working so far really well. I was matched up with a psychologist, wow, who really knows the transgender things and so on. Basically, what I ticked that I need help with, or like you have like some kind of questionnaire to fill out, how depressed you are, how anxious, and what you need help with, and so on. So the two main things that I put on what I need help with in there was the whole transition thing and the couple, the relationship during the transition, as well as eating disorders, because I am binge eating like crazy, and I'm not one of the people who binge and then they go and puke it all out or whatever. So I'm not like an anorexic or anything like that. I'm only binging, and that's it. Like, I binge it and then I have it. And I know it's really bad for me, but I don't know how to stop. I do usually have a lot of willpower, but I don't know why I don't have it for this. So I don't know what to do about it. So that is pretty much the two things that I put on. We have so far talked a lot about my relationship, and I'm hoping that we can also talk about the binge eating very soon. And yeah, but so far this therapist really helps me really well to feel good, and I mean, not to feel good, but just to not feel so guilty, and to understand some things better and think about stuff that I hadn't thought about before, which my current therapist, who is not online, he's not bad, but I feel like he's lacking the experience with transgender people. He has a lot of experience with homosexuals, especially with gay men, but I'm not a gay man. I'm a transgender person, and there is a different experience needed for that. So yeah, online counseling going really well, and I'll keep it up for a little while and see how it keeps going. If it stays good, then I'll keep doing it this way. So this week, 13th to 17th of November, is Trans Awareness Week. And at work we were going to organize a lot of activities and a lot of educational things during Trans Awareness Week. But I'm off this week, so I decided to move it for our office here by a week. So I'll be doing this next week. I'm the representative, I'm the organizer, and so on. And so I thought it's really important that I'm there, especially because there are two of the events where I actually need to be present because I'm speaking. One of which is an actual Trans 101 training, which basically just gives some basic knowledge on what the LGBT community is all about. And I will also have some, let's say, interview type of event where I'll be just talking a little bit more personal things, Yeah, so I'll be doing that next week from Monday to Friday, one little thing per day. And I think I'll just catch you up on that next week, or I mean in 2 weeks, basically after our Trans Awareness Week at work. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. And that was my Facebook, and that's also pretty much the sign that I need to kind of sign off from recording and video editing right now, because I'm still organizing to the trip that I'm starting tomorrow. So I kind of probably just got pinged about it by somebody, so I'll be checking that. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed what I rambled there. And don't forget to drop me a comment about the Dramatic December. Let me know if you want a specific song to be read dramatically throughout December. I'll be reading one every single day. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you in probably a week or so, unless I am vlogging on the way. I don't know yet. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.